Good evening. Good to see everyone here this evening, Thursday, August 18th at 5:30 p.m. for the Russellville City Council Finance meeting. At this point, I'll turn the meeting over to Mr. Westcott.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 1 on our agenda this evening is consideration of a resolution that would accept a donation of a sign and land for advertising and promoting the city of Russellville.
Mr. Westcott?
Yes.
A meeting with the A&P Commission today, and they asked that this be removed from the agenda for the time being.
You need a motion to do that?
I think you will, sir.
Okay. Motion to remove item number 1 from the agenda.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Removed. Item number 2 is consideration of a resolution that would declare the city's intent to lease the old Central Fire Station to the Advertising and Promotion Commission upon the vacation of that property by City Corp.
Yeah, I would just like to, if I might,
Certainly.
I've been real confused over what's going on with this issue over the last week, and I met with Christy Graham today and got some clarification on how this came about in relation to the lease, a potential lease agreement with A&P versus the City Corps. I talked to Steve Mallett today as well, and City Corps is willing to work with the city in whatever fashion on this particular lease agreement to make everyone comfortable. That's all I had to say, sir.
Okay. So what does that mean for us tonight? They still want us to move forward with item number 2,
Well,
is that
the lease
correct?
agreement is for 12 months, but there is provisions in the lease agreement that would require City Corps to evacuate the premises with 7 days' notice if necessary. So, and they're okay with that. So if the council's okay with that, then I think that'll work.
What's the will of the committee on item number 2?
I think the lease is up in, it says August, and I would make a motion to or the end of lease on 3/31 with 30-day rollover after that. Second.
And the lease for whom?
A&P Commission.
A&P. Okay.
Yeah, and that was my bad. Item
City
3
Corps.
is the lease agreement with the old fire station. I think
Would-
that's what's being addressed right now, so.
Would you all consider moving to item number 3 real quick first before we go back to number
Absolutely.
2? Because
Yeah,
there's
go
a
ahead.
little date issue,
Do we need to do anything formal? We're good.
not for me.
Okay. Yeah, let's move to 3.
So on item number 3, which is a consideration of a resolution that would authorize the mayor and city clerk treasurer to sign a lease agreement with City Corporation for the temporary lease of the old Central Fire Station after theirs burned a little bit. One of the things that I noticed about this resolution, pardon me, in the second whereas, if you have that there in front of you, it says for a term of 184 days beginning,
You should have an updated copy.
well, I don't have an updated copy.
Let's see. Over here.
Because later on in the terms, it says it expires July 31 of 2023.
Here you go.
Okay,
For a term of 1 year.
okay. And that would expire the end of August. So, I move that we forward item number 3 to the full council with a recommendation of approval, especially since they're already in there.
But yeah, I'm looking at that. What's the terms after the agreement's over? Is it 30 days rollover? I just want to confirm.
No, in this particular lease agreement, this requires the City Corps to evacuate the premises with a 7 days notice.
After that, after this point, after it's over.
No, sir. At any time.
But they could stay in after the date of this agreement, but then after that point, they have a 7-day termination window. Is that correct? I just want them to be able to stay in as long as they need to if she doesn't need it.
Okay,
Yeah.
this agreement, and Mr. Smith can jump in, but this agreement is covers from August 1 to August 1,
Okay.
okay? With the provision that they would be required to evacuate with 7 days' notice at any point in time in that period.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
And City Corp is perfectly fine with those
Yes.
terms. Okay. So we did get a second on item number 3? Second by Ms. Caruth.
No. it's her time. She needs to be there May 1st. They got 7 days.
Ms. Graham, are you okay with that? Does that work with your timetable?
I would actually like to make sure I'm understanding correctly. They have a contract from August 1 to August 1, but at the point where I'm needing the building, I can give notice and then they will vacate.
That's correct.
7 days or 30?
7.
I'm fine with that. We're going to be looking at, my lease will be up August 1st, so I would like to take it over August 1st, and I will need 3 months minimum to do the changes that I would like to do. I've still yet to meet with construction team on that. So, but I know it'll be about 3 months that I will need. So I can go ahead and give a heads up that I'll be looking to try to take that over by May 1st.
And that's regardless of your grant, correct?
That is regardless of the grant. My board voted today to move forward no matter the grant.
Thank you.
I think you can work with Steve too. I mean,
Steve and I have a great relationship. We've talked through it.
No, that's great. All right, no, I'm good with it.
Okay. Is there any other discussion on item number 3?
Can we just make sure that that is part of the record, please? What she stated as far as her timetable?
Correct, this is all recorded.
I mean, the written record.
Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving back up to item number 2, consideration of a resolution that would declare the city's intent to lease the old Central Fire Station to advertising and promotion upon the vacation of the city's corporation from there with a tentative acquisition date of May 1st. I move that we forward item number 2 to the full council with a recommendation of approval. Is there any discussion on item number 2? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 4 is an appropriation request from the General Fund 2021 carryover balance, the sum of $15,140.77 to be used for an implement an increase in certificate pay for paramedics. To my knowledge, the Personnel Committee is meeting right now discussing that. So since we do not yet know their perspective on it, I move that we forward item number 4 to the full council with no recommendation. Second, is there any discussion on item number 4? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Is item number 5 similar?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 5 is an appropriation request from the General Fund 2021 carryover balance, the sum of $28,673.18 to be used to add the position of Division Chief of Emergency Medical Service to the Russellville Fire Department. Similar circumstances to the last one in that the Personnel Committee is discussing that at this moment, and I move that we forward item number 5 to the full council with no recommendation. Okay, is there any discussion on item number 5? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 6 is an appropriation request from the 2021 carryover balance, the sum of $72,631 to be used for the initial operational and startup expenses for the ambulance EMS service at the Russellville Fire Department. You'll notice how that is all delineated with service contracts and fuel and equipment and whatnot. And I move that we forward item number 6 to the full council with a recommendation of approval. Okay. Any discussion on item number 6? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Items number 7 and 7A. Number 7 is an appropriation request for the full amount of, what's that full amount in there? $717,201.40. Is that correct? Okay. What number 7 is we would split that into 2 payments. pay for all the ambulance things up front, splitting half of that between the general fund carryover balance and half of that out of economic development. Number 7A is if we pay a portion of that out of the general fund and finance the rest of it. And I move that we forward item number 7A to the full council with a recommendation of approval. Second by Mr. Olson. Is there any discussion on item number 7 and 7A? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Is there anything else for the Finance Committee at this time? Hearing none, Mayor, I yield the floor back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Westcott. At this time, we will adjourn the Finance Committee and reassemble at 6 p.m. for the full council. Thank you. Not too bad for what we had on the table. I thought there was going to be a lot of discussion on that.